Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Day's Podcast along with a new video. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, viewing, watching, and listening. I truly appreciate it. And we will definitely be making sure there's things exclusively on Patreon and Spotify with as far as episodes and videos as opposed to free content, which we are going to continue with today. So we are going to talk about Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. So, let's look at it. Endless Summer Vacation is the 8th studio album by Miley Cyrus, released on March 10th, 2023. So this is recent, okay? This is actually the last album that she's released since. So I'm glad to kind of bring us to something recent, because I know I kind of been talking about different artists in order instead of kind of just not being sporadic. I feel like it should be that way. So like when I have a playlist and you guys can kind of look at era to era and how I can be able to give the best commentary I can, why not? So it was, yes, March 10th, 2023 via Columbia Records. It is her first new body of work since leaving RCA Records after her 7th studio album, Plastic Hearts 2020, and signing with Columbia in early 2021. A pop and dance pop record, Endless Summer Vacation is a shift from the synth pop rock and glam rock genres featured on Plastic Hearts. Cyrus related its overall concept to her affection for Los Angeles, where the album was mainly recorded, in its track sequencing to the course of a day. Brandy, Carlisle, and Sia are featured as guest vocalists. So yeah, the album is about 40 minutes long. It's not as long. There are quite a few tracks, but it's not as long. And yes, it was mostly recorded in Los Angeles, besides Nashville and London. And she took her time. She wanted to make sure from Plastic Heart she'd come back and have something that people can feel as though, like I said in previous videos with Miley, and like I will say with every other artist, I'm still here, okay? Like, this is album 8. We still waiting for Rihanna to give us 9, Like, she and Rihanna are next to each other when it comes to albums now, and there's some people that got more and still making more. Okay, there's some people that got more than plenty that still have to be released. Hey, you just never know. But yes, the album was supported by 3 singles. The lead single, Flowers, set several streaming and chart records and spent 8 weeks atop the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, marking Cyrus' second #1 in the country, and topped the charts in 36 other countries. When I tell you she was back, she is back, and she meant it. I think that's what a lot of people were waiting for when it came to her, where it was just like, we want you, and I think that's what it is with Miley. She's always been aware of that, and she's always wanted people to know, like, I never really left. I've just been always wanting to do different stuff, different things that she wanted to just do, and why not? She's an artist. We have to respect it. And the second and third singles, River and Jaded, followed in March and April, respectively. A digital edition of the album featuring the 4th single, Used to Be Young, was released in August. With this release, Endless Summer Vacation became Cyrus's first album to feature multiple US top 10 singles since Bangers. So it was like 10-year anniversary as opposed to new album. And why not? Because it's like there's Dead Pets, Younger Now, Plastic Hearts in between them, and then there's her previous work. So she's literally like been around, it's going on 20 years. It's gonna be 20 years soon for knowing Miley Cyrus, among other artists. I believe Rihanna and Chris Brown and Neo and a lot of I mean, Black Eyed Peas has already been over 20 years. There's all different types of artists that have been around for a long time. um, and kudos to Miley. I'm here for it. I've always been here for it. Upon release, Endless Summer Vacation received praise from critics who complimented its production, commercial appeal, and Cyrus' vocal performance. Commercially, it reached number 1 in 10 countries and in the top 10 in 17 countries. The album was nominated for Album of the Year and Best Vocal Album at the 66th annual Grammy Awards. While Flowers won Record of the Year and Best Pop Solo Performance. So she won 2 Grammys. Oh, yes. Cyrus performed 8 of the 12 tracks for the Disney Plus documentary concert special Endless Summer Vacation Backyard Sessions, which was released on the same day as the album. An updated version of the special was broadcasted on ABC on August 24th, 2023, so almost a year ago, and released on Hulu the day after. So, yes. So after ending her 8-year contract with RCA Records, Cyrus signed with Columbia Records in March 2021. Her first releases with the label were a remix of the Kid Laroi, Without You, and the live album Attention Miley Live, released in April 2021 and April 2022, respectively. In an article published in October 2021, Billboard confirmed that Cyrus was working on her next album. The album was described as her love letter to LA that represents the physical and mental growth she experienced during production. Cyrus wrote several songs with Michael Pollock and Gregory Alde-Hine. They were conceived only with piano, then evolving into their final versions. Pollock said that Cyrus decided to focus on songcraft before tackling the production. She worked with several producers, including Kid Harpoon, Tyler Johnson, Greg Kurstin, and Mike Will Made It, the latter of whom contributed to bangers Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Pets 2015, and She Is Coming 2019. The album was recorded in Los Angeles. So yeah, like I said, she wanted to really take in the sense of how she is really a legend, a star, and it's an ode to that. It's a just a love letter memory, just as she gets older, where she's knowing, like, I've been young and I've been able to do things, and now that I'm older, there's more I'm going to do, and I don't want to ever lose sight of the fact that I've been able to collectively give what I've been able to give, okay? And that's for all artists, and I will be saying that, definitely. You won't hear me not. But, yes, so, yeah. As far as for release and artwork, on December 16th, 2022, posters with the caption "New Year, New Miley" were placed in major cities worldwide. Cyrus revealed the album title, cover, and release date on January 5th, 2023. The cover was photographed by Brianna Capozzi and fully executed by Cyrus without visual effects, and depicts a blonde Cyrus wearing a black one-piece swimsuit hanging from a helicopter ladder. It was compared to a similar photograph of Madonna for her coffee table book, Sex, 1992. The album trailer was released the same day. and reflects the visual world that Cyrus has built around this very personal body of work, with a monologue and visuals that that reference um, Los Angeles sites. Limited quantities of postcards featuring the album cover were autographed by Cyrus and offered through her website later that month. On February 27, 2023, Cyrus revealed the album's track list. Endless Summer Vacation was released on both digital and physical formats on March 10th, 2023, through Columbia. Red and clear vinyl copies of the album were made exclusive to Cyrus's website. And while vinyl copies were made exclusive to retailers, including Target in the United States, HMV in the United Kingdom, and JB Hi-Fi in Australia. So, she went to do a few shows and toured, and well, not toured, too much, but she wanted to make sure that there was something collectively complete with Disney by doing the backyard sessions for Disney Plus and Hulu alike, and why not? Because she's moved more in a direction to just be, happier, where she's still herself and still being able to make great things and not have to have people object her to, oh, well, you did this, or you used to do this, or it have to be that way with anyone. But I will say that she's come a long way. So, but yeah, the reception was really well, especially with the fact that Flowers did really well. And just, again, as far as for just making sure that she wanted her fans to really see, like, there was a critic here that says, feels like a recap of her career's 15 plus years, with Cyrus breezing through genres with the ease of a well-seasoned tourist. So, just from that critic alone, where they're just pretty much telling us, like, she's been in the game for a long time. And, yes, since she was a child. And I'm not too far behind as far as age with her. She's going on 32. I just turned 30, like, recently. Not too recently, but recently. But still, it's just, we up there now. So, but yeah, as far as just the album's performance, upon its release, Endless Summer Vacation was a commercial success. The album officially debuted at number 1 in 10 countries and was in the top 5 of 17 official charts in the US. Endless Summer Vacation debuted at number 3 on the US Billboard 200, earning 119,000 album equivalent units, including 55,000 pure album sales. It is Cyrus's 14th US top 10 album. So she got 14 releases, just period. Okay, she's always been making music. And her biggest week by units since Billboard began calculating them in December 2014. In Canada, it debuted at number 2 on the Canadian albums chart. But yeah. In the United Kingdom, on the UK albums chart, the album went number 1, becoming Cyrus's second number 1 album after 2013's Bangers. On July 14th, 2023, the album was certified silver by the British phonographic industry for shipment of 60,000 units. In Germany, it debuted at number 2 on the GFK Entertainment chart, becoming Cyrus's highest charting album. In the Netherlands, the album debuted at number 1, becoming her first number 1 album there. Okay. In Australia, Endless Summer Vacation debuted atop the ARIA Albums chart, becoming Cyrus's first #1 album since Bangers. In New Zealand, it debuted at #1 on the official New Zealand music chart, becoming her second #1 album after 2009's Hannah Montana, the movie soundtrack. So in New Zealand, they were literally just like, oh, okay, but when this album came out, they said, this the same girl? Like, what do you mean this the same girl? Yes, it's been 15 fucking years since that movie. Yes. Okay? Like, come on. Well, as of now, but back then, even then, well, just recently. Endless Summer Vacation was the 19th best-selling global album of 2023 across streaming, download, and physical sale, according to the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry. Just was nominated for many awards. Yeah, for the albums as far as many awards. And she won an International Album of the Year in Denmark for 2024. So that was just this year. Okay. But let's look at the track list, guys. So yeah, track 1 is Flowers. So right when the album starts, you hear the song that you love, okay? Which is a great song. Track 2 is Jaded. Now, Jaded, y'all slept on, and she gave y'all a video. Track 3, Rose, Colored Lenses. Track 4, 1,000 Miles, featuring Brandy Carlisle. Track 5 is You. Track 6 is Handstand. Now, I like Handstand. Handstand's a good song. Track 7, River. Track 8, Violet Chemistry. Track 9, Muddy Feet, featuring Sia. Track 10, Wild Card. Track 11, Island. Track 12, Wonder Woman. And then there's the digital edition bonus tracks, which is Used to Be Young, which is track 4. And then track 14 is Flowers Demo, which is, you know, what they were reworking as opposed to just, you know, finalizing the song and, you know, what we have now. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for listening and watching. And I truly appreciate it. There will be more videos and episodes. And yeah, get into this album, buy it, listen to it. There's vinyls out there, you know. She's really a legend, you know. #1 song in Grammy, finally. Okay, like I think that's what I also want to make sure I made sure I talked about. She is a Grammy Award winning artist, legend. Okay, and you know, she's come a long way, and I do appreciate Miley Cyrus. Yes, I do. So yes, I will be back with more, and thank you guys so much for listening.